This time of year is all about traditions, and so is today's show. Let's get started. Well, as you just saw in our intro, we finally have a name. Hello everyone, this is Jenny from WeNeedaVacation.com, and welcome to EsCape TV, where each week we get you back to the Cape and Islands. Speaking of getting back to the Cape and Islands, how about getting back 20 years in a row? Our Tyler Pyburn found a family who did just that.
They say a vacation is about discovery, a chance to get away from the familiar and embrace new opportunity. But sometimes you find a place you love so much that you want to get back again and again and again. That's certainly the case for Marianne Paquette and her very large family, as they've been vacationing in the same Cape Cod town in the same vacation rental for 18 years.
Because we love it here, and the owners are just so fantastic and allow us to come with all of our extended family, and it's just absolutely wonderful. There is nothing better. Nothing.
The entire vacation is an experience, starting the moment they pull in the driveway.
Like literally when we drive in and you can hear the rocks on the ground from the driveway, it's like, no, we're here.
The open door's like, oh yes. Like, I love this place. Like overwhelms you in a great way.
That excitement has never once waned over the years. Even things as small as the walk to the beach are considered enchanting. That's likely because when they go together.
There's never a dull moment. No. We're always having a good time, family, just always having fun.
Everyone you want to be with and talk to is already here. You're never really just sitting around, and it's just like this house is like just full of love.
Some people obviously haven't been here for all 18 years. In fact, they weren't even around yet. And while most of them may have different last names, they all still share so much, especially their love for one another and their love for that house on Cape Cod.
It's priceless.
Keeping with the theme of tradition, we here at WeNeedaVacation.com have one that's very near and dear to our heart. Here's Becky Fisher with more.
They say you don't know where you're going unless you know where you've been. But when it comes to WeNeedaVacation.com, they are one and the same. Cape Cod, Martha's Vineyard, and Nantucket. For the last 20 years, the agenda for WeNeedaVacation.com has been simple. Help vacationers get back to the Cape and Islands.
When we first started, it was just the two of us, and I was doing something else at the same. I had another job at the same time, and
So did I.
And Jeff did too, and he was working upstairs, I was working downstairs, and we loved it. It was, we always have. That hasn't changed.
The internet has undoubtedly revolutionized the way we live our lives today. In many cases, it's created an instantaneous environment. But that wasn't always the case.
The computer would dial the phone, so you couldn't be on the phone at the same time, and it would take forever to view a picture. When you'd be the consumer, you'd go to view a picture, and it would, can you remember how it would slowly render, one at a time in several seconds, and then you'd scroll down and here comes the second one. So it might take 15 seconds to render a couple of pictures.
The internet has clearly evolved over time, as has our site. However, one of the biggest examples of evolution has been within our company itself.
I wanted to start this business for several reasons, and I'm not sure that I can really say in the 20 years ago tonight I was thinking about people. I really grew into it thanks to Joan, really, because that was her proclivity, that was her sort of natural draw to this business. It had nothing to do with my technological whiz-bang love or the internet as an entity or a strategy. It was that she just genuinely enjoyed helping people. It's so deeply sincere with Joan and the people she works so closely with. They get joy out of helping people like them. And I think I personally have become more and more attuned to that and less attuned to the technology, if you will, that side of it. Just watching and admiring that dynamic and seeing how people respond and seeing how they appreciate it.
While many things have changed, when it comes to vacationing on the Cape and Islands, many have stayed the same.
Some things never change, and that is just their love of just being on vacation with their family. That hasn't changed, and they just love that aspect of it.
They're so successful, they even gave us our own show. Let's hope that tradition continues for a while. Speaking of tradition, here's what someone said on Facebook about celebrating their own tradition. Judith says, "I've been crossing the Sagamore Bridge for over 20 years every summer. It's hard to explain my feeling when I roll the car window down and smell the salt air. I can tell you that my heart knows that the bridge is leading me to my happy place. It's leading me to dunes, back roads, delicious food, quaint little towns, friendly people, and a little bit of heaven on earth." And that's just one of the many traditions people celebrate on the Cape and Islands. Well, that's all for this episode. Tune in next time when we talk about the holidays.